What's going on, guys? Dig here, ready to teach you how to do the Blunder Gat Easter egg, and yes, you can do it solo. The classic elixirs that you're going to want to bring are going to be anywhere but here, temporal gift, arsenal accelerant, and equipment mint. Now, if you do have a good amount of elixirs, I highly recommend anywhere but here, temporal gift, undead man walking, and shields up. Now, if you do have good talismans, I highly recommend bringing the charged up level 2 crystal for your specialist, or the level 3 talisman for your specialist. Now, the perks that I recommend is going to be Quick Revive, Victoria Tortoise, Dying Wish, and Winter's Wail. Now, again, like the map 9, you want to make sure when you're using Perkaholic in this game that you do not get Luna at all, because Luna will bug out your game entirely. So make sure you do not have Luna equipped at all. Now, before you do anything in the game, you're going to take out every single zombie, build up as much points as you can with the barriers, and leave one zombie alive. You're going to buy this door, and then you're going to buy this door, head down these stairs, take a left, turn on the power switch, go back up the stairs, turn to your left, and you're going to go through the catwalk. Now, you're on round 1. Any of the zombies that are sprinting at you, you're going to melee and take them out. Do not take out any of the slow walking zombie, because that's your last zombie of your round. You're going to make your way past the catwalk, and if you look at the far left corner, you'll see the warden. Go ahead and shoot him with a couple of bullets to make him spawn into the map. Once you do this, you're going to run across the grounds, and you're going to take out any zombie that's sprinting towards you and any dogs. Only take out the sprinters. Once you get to the top of the stairs, take out the warden, and if the warden drops a nuke and it drops the key that you need for the shield, just let it time out. Now what you're going to do is you're going to grab the second part for the shield, and it's going to be an essence. You're going to either find it on this soul box outside of the cafeteria to the left. You're going to find it on the library soul box right here, and the third and final location is going to be located in front of the warden's office on this soul box, and you're going to head down to the docks, buying your way down to the very bottom. Once here, you're going to pick up the last shield part. The last shield part will either be located on this wall right here, the second to last panel before you get down the bottom of the spiral staircase. The second location is going to be located down the stairs to your left against the wall right here, and the third and final location is going to be located leaning against the wall right here. Now, once you enter through this door, you're going to take a right and go through in this little room. To your left, you'll find 3 power switches. Go ahead and flip one of the power switches on. Once you do this, another warden will spawn in. If the warden that you took out in the very beginning dropped a nuke and it dropped the key and you couldn't pick it up, you can go ahead and take out this warden and pick up the key that he drops. Now you're going to head back to the very top of where Electric Chariot used to be on Mob of the Dead, and you're going to build the shield behind here. Now the next thing we got to accomplish is getting the tomahawk. Now before you get the tomahawk, do not buy the box at all, because you're going to need a teddy bear to upgrade the shield, and you can only upgrade the shield if you have the tomahawk. So do not hit the box at all until you get the tomahawk. The way that you acquire the tomahawk is by feeding 3 different dogs around the map. The first dog's going to be located in the new industries. If you leave spawn and you go to your right, you'll find this room. Go to the very back left corner and you'll find it right there. The second dog location is going to be located past the library of the old spawn, going up these stairs and turn to your right, and then turn to your right once again. You'll find it right there. The third dog location is going to be located inside the warden's office in the back outside on the wall right there. Once you feed all 3 dogs, you're going to head into the warden's house. Underneath the stairs, you'll find a fast travel. Go ahead and purchase this. As you're going through the fast travel, you'll find the tomahawk on this rock. You're going to interact and pick it up as you're flying through. Now that you got the tomahawk, we're going to upgrade the shield. The way that you upgrade the shield is by purchasing a box, and once you get a teddy bear, you're going to whip out your key and shock charge it. Once you shock charge it and it turns blue, you're going to throw your tomahawk at it to pick up the lock. Once you pick up the lock, you have upgraded your shield. Now, if you never played Blood of the Dead before, this is how the shield works. You're going to pull it out, and you're going to hold down your trigger button on a zombie. You're going to wait to 10 to 15 seconds, and then you're going to collect its soul. Once you collect up to 3 to 4 souls, you'll have 1 charge shot. The way that you know how many charge shots you have is by aiming down sights, and you look in your bottom right corner. It'll tell you how much you can have. If you have an upgraded shield, you can hold up to 4. If you have a non-upgraded shield, you can only hold up to 2 charge shots. Now we're going to head into the warden's office, where stand in front of the perk and whip out your shield. You're going to aim down sights with your shield, and you're going to write down the number that you get from left to right. Now make your way down the spiral staircase, and you'll find this box right here. Open it up with the warden's key and pull out the shield and shield blast it. Once you do this, put in the number that you got from the warden's office. Once you do this, head down to the docks. You'll find this junction box on the edge. Go ahead and shield blast that as well. Once you do this, a net will come up. Now once the net stops moving, hovering over this box, you're going to throw your tomahawk at it. Once you do this, a spoon's going to drop down on the box. Go ahead and pick up that spoon. Now make your way to the warden's house. Once you're up the stairs to your left, melee this wall. You cannot melee it with your pistol. It has to be with the spoon. Once you do this, the scratches will appear on the wall. Now we're going to work on getting the free Blunder Gat and then upgrading it to the Magma Gat. Now to get the free Blunder Gat, you have to collect 5 different skulls around the map, and I'll show you where the locations are. You have to throw your tomahawk at them to collect them. The first location is going to be located outside of spawn to your left on the fire escape in between the stairs right there in front of the door. The second location is going to be located at the roof of the main building over here to the right side on top of this box. The third location is going to be located through the library, taking a left through this doorway inside this toilet right here. The fourth location is going to be located down at the docks to the left side of the junction box on top of this pillar right here. The fifth location is going to be located outside of the warden's office to your left on top of this power transformer. Once you collect the last skull, go to the warden's office. Inside the warden's office on top of his table, you'll find the free Blunder Gat. Go ahead and pick that up and go inside the warden's house. Once you're in the warden's house, go to the fireplace. Place the Blunder Gat inside the fireplace and you'll be put into a lockdown. Now what you have to do is you got to kill off the zombies and pick up their souls on the ground. You have to run over them to collect them. them. Once you collect enough souls, you're going to interact with the fireplace. Once you interact with the fireplace, you're going to pick up the Blunder Gat. Now, once you pick up the Blunder Gat, you're going to have a blue flame on the Blunder Gat. You're going to have to keep that flame alive. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to follow the exact path that I take, touching these blue barrels as you go. Every game that you play, the barrels will spawn in the exact same spot. All you have to do is walk up and touch them. That's it. Don't interact with them or anything. Just keep on running because you are timed during this. Now, if you do not make it in time to the next barrel, don't worry about it because all you got to do is put your weapon back into the fireplace and repeat the same process and repeat the same path that we are taking right now. I need you to pay really close attention because at the end of this catwalk, I do hit one barrel to the left side as I get to the bottom of the stairs. So do not miss that barrel. A lot of people do. If you have not yet, don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button if you have enjoyed my Easter egg guide so far. Now, once you make your way down to the new industry building, you're going to hit that last barrel. Once you're inside in the far right over here, you're going to place your weapon inside this machine. Once you do this, after a few seconds, you're going to pick up the Blunder Gat and you have upgraded it to the Magma Gat. Now we're going to unlock Pack-a-Punch. The way that you unlock Pack-a-Punch is by going to the main building. Once you're at the top of the roof, you're going to find this junction box right here that you're going to shield blast. Once you do this, Pack-a-Punch will be spawned in. Now the Pack-a-Punch is similar to the 9 where every round it will change to a different spot. The two other locations that it could be at is at the second power switch down at the docks, and the second spot that it could be at, it's going to be down at the first power switch. Now for the next step of the Easter egg, we're going to need monkey bombs. Now you can either get the monkey bombs out of the box or you can get the monkey bombs for free, and I'll show you how. If you're making your way through the library, if you head to the left, you'll find that this monkey bomb that's underneath the stairs right here on the plank. Now what you have to do is you got to get kills with your specialist weapon in front of the monkey bomb to fill up the soul box. Your specialist has to be level 2 for this to work as well. Now if you're unaware how the specialist works on BO4, if you activate it in front of the zombie technically doesn't die, it just respawns. So if you get a good pile of zombies in front of the monkey bomb and activate your specialist and kill off those zombies, they will count as a soul box, plus they'll respawn so you can get double the amount of kills. Now once you collect enough souls, the monkey bomb will be glowing orange. Once it's glowing orange, go ahead and shoot it and then it'll be teleported. Now if you make your way to the new spawn, on top of the table will be monkey bombs waiting for you. Go ahead and pick those up. Now go down this spiral staircase and go ahead and punch in the number 666. By punching that code in, that will spawn in a warden for you. Now make sure you don't kill that warden because you need it for the step. Now go to the warden's house, and once you're at the warden's house, wait at the bottom of the stairs. Once a warden gets close to you, throw a monkey bomb up the stairs and he's going to follow it to break open the wall. Once he breaks open the wall, go inside and grab the little orb that's on top of the table to your left and then flip the power switch that's in front of the warden's dead body. Now we're going to go back down the stairs and go pick up the tomahawk through the fast travel again. Now you're going to head back to spawn and you're going to go down the stairs to your left. You're going to place the orb inside this map. Once you do this, you're going to go to your right and you're going to interact with the cronorium that's on the floor. Once you interact with the book, a bird's going to spawn in and take the book from you. Now what you have to do is you have to find this bird inside the map somewhere in 43 different locations and shield blast it in the round and then find it again. But I'm going to show you where all 43 locations are located, and I will show you a really easy trick to figure out which part of the map it spawned in at. Now the only way you can hear / see it is if you're looking through your shield. That's the only way you'll ever hear it or see it. So every spot that you're looking at that I'm showing you, you have to be looking through your shield to see it. Another tip that I can give you, the first bird will always spawn somewhere near the OG spawn for Mob of the Dead, cafeteria, or the third floor where the shield is built. Now in order to do this trick, you have to be at the top of the gondola and you have to be there right when the round ends and looking outside the water where I'm looking outside the water. For an idea where you should be looking on the left side of this buoy right here, somewhere around here, to get an idea where the bird's going to spawn in. Now I slowed down the footage, but what you're looking for is a blue streak to go past your screen. It's going to look like this. Now, depending which way the streak looked like it went towards, that's the area that you're going to have to look for the bird. Now, the streak is so fast, if you blink, you'll miss it. And I'll play at real-time speed of how fast it is right now. The first bird location could be located in the new spawn up the stairs on top of this generator. The second location could be located outside these doors to the left side on top of this truck. The third location could be located through this doorway of the new industries and then taken on the left through this doorway, and it's going to be located on top of this pipe. The fourth location could be located on top of this truck in front of the catwalk entrance. The fifth location could be located outside of the building that has the first power switch on top of this pipe. The sixth location could be located inside the room with the first power switch through this doorway up to the top left on top of that pipe. The seventh location could be located on the catwalk right here on this fence. The eighth location could be located up the catwalk on top of the roof right there. The ninth locations could be located on the opposite side on top of the roof right there. The 10th locations could be located on the courtyard heading towards the main building, and it's going to be located right here. The 11th location is going to be located outside on the courtyard. It's going to be up these stairs to the right on top of the middle frame right there. The 12th location is going to be heading up these stairs into the main building on top of the railing right there. The 13th location is going to be located outside the cafeteria on the guardrail right here as well. The 14th location is going to be located inside the cafeteria in the back on top of the wood that is burning. If you turn around inside the zombie barrier to the left, it's the 15th 15th location. The 16th location could be located in the laundry room on top of the laundry machine. The 17th location could be located up the stairs inside the infirmary right here. The 18th location could be located on the opposite side on top of this cabinet. The 19th location could be located all the way up the roof to the left on top of the ceiling right here. The 20th location could be located on the roof on the left side of the pack punch right here. The 21st location could be located right in front of the shield right here. The 22nd location could be located at the second dog head. The 23rd location could be located on Michigan Avenue on top of this bed. The 24th location could be located inside the library of the OG spawn on top of the bookshelf. The 25th location could be located where we got the free monkey bombs on top of this table. The 26th location could be located outside of the library on top of this guardrail. The 27th location could be located in the D block down to your left on top of the railing right here as well. The 28th locations could be located in front of the warden's office on top of the guardrail. If you back up, and the 29th locations could be located on top of the doorway. The 30th locations could be behind you on top of this doorway as well. The 31st locations could be located in the warden's office on top of the fireplace. The 32nd locations could be located outside the warden's house on the ground right here. The 33rd locations could be located down the stairs of Michigan Avenue right here on top of the pipe. The 34th locations could be located on the space heater before you go down the spiral staircase. The 35th locations could be located on the sandbags to the right side of the door that leads you into the laundry room. The 36th location is going to be located halfway down the spiral staircase on the ledge right here. The 37th location could be located on top of the code box. And then the 38th location could be located through the door to your right on top of the railing. The 39th location can be located through this door to your right on top of the corner. The 40th location can be located at the second power switch right here. The 41st locations could be located on the second generator to the left. The 42nd locations could be located behind the mystery box on the docks on top of the wooden pier. The 43rd locations could be located up the stairs to the left on top of the chain link fence right above the soul box. Now after you go through 3 different rounds, shocking the bird each round, on the 4th round, the bird will be invisible. Now once the bird is invisible, it will either be inside the laundry room area, it will either be down in the docks area, or it will be near the warden's office area. On your screen right now, I'm going to show you where all the locations the bird can be when it's invisible. The first locations could be located in the laundry room on top of the laundry machine. The second locations could be located in front of the warden's office on top of the guardrail. The third location could be backing up and it's going to be located on top of the door frame right here. The fourth location could be located behind you on top of the door frame right here as well. The fifth location could be located down the stairs to the right on top of this pipe. The sixth location could be located on the space heater over here to the left before you go down the spiral staircase. The seventh location could be located behind you to the left on top of the sandbags near the door that will lead you to the laundry room. The eighth location could be located down the spiral staircase on the ledge right over here. The ninth location could be located on the code box. The 10th location could be located to your right through the doorway on top of the railing right there. The 11th location could be located through this doorway to the right side in the corner right there. The 12th locations could be located inside the generator room on the left side generator. The 13th locations could be located at the docks behind the mystery box on top of the wooden pillar. The 14th locations could be located up the stairs to the left on top of the chain link fence right above the soul box. Now the only way to find the bird is to aim down sights with the shield and listen to the warden crying. The closer you are to the location, the louder the crying will get. Once you're locked onto the location and you sit there for a moment, you'll see a brief flash, and that's how you know where the bird is located. Once you figure out where your bird is, you're gonna head down to the spiral staircase and enter the code 872. Once you enter the code, a zombie blood will spawn in the map. You're gonna take the zombie blood and you're gonna rush up to where the bird is located, and you're gonna aim down sights with a shield, but do not shock him. Instead, you're gonna throw the tomahawk at the book that's underneath on his feet. Once you do this, the book will spawn on the ground and you're gonna pick it up. Now, if you accidentally do shock him, don't worry about it. All you gotta do is end the round and then just find the invisible bird once again, but make sure you tomahawk the book this time. Now, you're gonna take that book into the warden's house and put it on the warden's lap. Once you do this, the pages will start flopping back and forth and you're gonna interact with the book. Once you interact with the book, aim down with your shield and get the 3-digit code. Once you get the 3-digit code, go ahead and put it in the code box. Once you put it in the code box, a challenge will be available for you. There are 5 different challenges for this map, and each challenge is in a different order every time you play the game. So if you're looking for a specific challenge, just go to my description down below to find your challenge that you're gonna be doing in your game first. Now, the first challenge that we're gonna do on the list is gonna be the Banjo challenge. Now, the Banjo challenge takes place in the laundry room, and what you're gonna do is go up to the red light from the lighthouse and you're gonna shock it. Once you shock this, your challenge has started. All you gotta do is interact with the Banjo guy, pick up his guitar, and stand inside the blue circle. Once you're inside the blue circle, you're just gonna have to collect souls. You can kill zombies outside of the circle, and once you get enough souls, you're gonna give the Banjo back. Now, during this lockdown, you will start taking damage randomly if you do not fill up the soul boxes fast enough. If this ever happens, go give the Banjo back to him, pick it back up, go back to the circle, and start filling up the souls and finish the lockdown. Now, once you fill up the Banjo and you gave it back to him, as soon as he disappears, he'll drop a red orb on the ground. Go ahead and pick up that red orb. Now, it's the exact same process as the starting of another challenge. Go ahead and interact with the book, get a new code, put in the new code, and then go shock the new portal. The next challenge that we're going to do is the docks challenge. Now, the next challenge is going to require you to do Morse code. Now, this Morse code step is very easy and very simple, and I'll explain how to do it. Now, if you head inside this little room that's in the warden's office, you'll find this little device on the table right beside the skull. Now, this is the Morse code device. Anytime you hold the button down for 1 second, it's counted as a dot. If you hold the button down for 3 seconds, it's counted as the dash. Now, here's an example of what Morse code looks like for each individual number. Now, to get any number, you have to have 5 dashes or 5 dots to make one number. For an example, the number 1 is 1 dot and 4 dashes. And then if you look at the number 2, it's 2 dots and 3 dashes. You look at the number 3, it's 3 dots and 2 dashes. Now, what you're trying to do is you're trying to combine 2 different Morse codes together to create a 2-digit number. Now, say that you're doing this Morse code step and you put in a dot. And then right after you put another dot, then the warden laughs at you. Then that means you should have put in a dash instead of a dot. By him laughing on the second one being a dot, that means my number has to be 1 then. Because if my number was 2 or higher, then I would have been able to put in more dots. Now, as soon as you figure out your first number, you're going to put in those dots and dashes up to 5. And then on your 6th one, you're going to put in a dot. And then you're going to continue putting in dots until he laughs at you. As soon as he laughs at you, you're going to keep track of how many dots you put in before he laughed at you. And then you're going to figure out what number you had. So say you put in 3 dots and then he laughed on you on the 4th one, that means your number is 3. Because looking at the Morse code, 3 is the only one that has 3 dots in the beginning. One thing I highly recommend that you don't have to do, but what I do when every time I'm doing this step is I put up my left hand and I put 1 finger up every time I put an input into the device. So I can keep track up to 5 inputs, because once you do 5 inputs, that's 1 number. And you only have to do a 2-digit code anyways. So once you get up to 5 fingers, you switch back down to 0 and you start putting in 1 digit at a time on your fingers again to keep track how many dots and dashes that you put in, up to 5 once again to get your 2nd digit number. Now, once you put in your correct number, your character is going to give you a quote saying that you did it. Once you put the Morse code in correctly, you're going to go up to the infirmary and then you're going to kill a zombie right here. What's going to happen is a ghost is going to spawn in and you're going to shield blast it. Once you shield blast it, you're going to interact with it. If you do not interact with it, you're not going to be able to make him follow you. So you must interact with him. Once you interact with the ghost, what's going to happen is now you're going to have to get kills in front of the ghost to fill up a soul box. The more kills you get, the more of a distance it can follow you. What you're trying to do is bring it down to the docks. So first take it to the gondola, buy the gondola, go to the bottom, and then take him to the portal near the docks. Once he gets to the portal, he'll drop the orb on the ground and go ahead and pick it up. Now, once you're done with that challenge, go ahead and go back to the warden's house, get a new code, punch in that new code, and now the next challenge we're going to be doing is going to be the Powerhouse challenge. Now, as soon as you shock the portal, you're going to go over to the first power switch and you're going to aim down sights and find this ghost right here. Do not shock him at all or you'll fail this step. You just have to look at him because it can bug out if you do not look at him. Now, before we move on to the next step of this challenge, I need you guys to draw this image 5 different times. Trust me, it's going to help you with this step. Now, once you draw that image 5 different times and you're at the end of the round, you have a zombie save, go to the second power switch room and you're going to interact with this generator right here. Now, once you interact with this generator, a sequence of light bulbs will turn on. Now, this image I had you write down 5 different times as a representation of this room. I placed this arrow right here to tell you which direction that you're facing these generators. The arrow is the doorway that leads you into this room from the spiral staircase area. Now, each of these half squares represent one of these electrical panels. Now, like I said, as soon as you interact with that second generator, a light bulb sequence is going to start. For the first sequence, it's just going to be 1 light. So one of the lights will turn on at one of these generators. As soon as it turns off, you're going to go back up to it and interact with it by turning the light back on. Then that light's going to disappear, and then it's going to be 2 different light bulbs that will turn on in 2 different generators. And then you just rinse and repeat by copying the same sequence. You go up to the light, turn it on, and then it turns off, and then go up to the next generator, turn that one on. And then once that sequence is over, a new sequence will start, and then it'll be 3 different lights that will turn on. You just copy that sequence on the piece of paper of this image that I had shown you, and then once you complete those 3 lights, a new sequence is going to start, and it's going to be 4 lights, and so forth up to 5 different lights. Now, I want you to keep in mind, the light bulb can flash on the same generator twice in a row. Doesn't matter, it can be up to 3 times in a row. Now, after you complete the 5th sequence, what's going to happen is 3 of these electrical panels are going to stay lit for a couple of seconds. Quickly jot down which electrical panels stay lit on your game. Now, what I like to do is I like to put a question mark right beside the electrical panel that stayed lit. Now, go up to each individual panel that had the light that stayed on and write down the symbol that's on the piece of paper on the front of it. And make sure before you leave this room, you pick up this punch card on this table right here. Now, you're going to go to the 2nd floor of the new spawn and put your punch card inside this computer. Now, as soon as you put that punch card in, a bunch of little monitors are going to turn on inside this room. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to match your 3 symbols that you collected off of your electrical panels with these screens, and you're going to interact with them. Once you interact with one of them, they're going to reveal another symbol. You're going to write that symbol down on a piece of paper. And once you find all 3 of your symbols on these monitors and you write down the 3 new symbols, you're going to head into the first power switch room. What you're going to do now is you're going to find your 3 new symbols on one of these switches in front of the ghost. You're going to wait until he's moving towards that symbol, and you're going to shock him, and then he's going to flip the switch. You need to make sure that he only flips the switches of the symbols that you have on your piece of paper. As soon as he flips the 3rd switch, he'll drop an orb. Go ahead and pick that up. Then go get a new code, and then go punch in that code. Now we're going to be doing the new industries challenge. Now, before you start start this challenge, please fill up your shield completely. Another thing that you need to know before you start this challenge, these old soul boxes from Mob of the Dead that used to make you be able to turn into a ghost, if you go up to them with your shield out and interact with it, it will fill up your shield completely. But don't use that yet because you're gonna need it for this step. Now, there are 12 soul boxes in total and only one will have the souls inside of it. On top of that, every time the round ends, it goes to a different location. Now, the way that you can tell which soul box has the souls inside of it is if it sparks. The first locations can be located in the new industries through this door and then through this doorway to the left against the wall right here. The second locations can be located in the Powerhouse to the right against the wall right here. The third locations can be located in front of the cafeteria to the left. The fourth locations can be located in the laundry room down the stairs to the left in the corner over here. The fifth locations can be located in the OG spawn in the library. The sixth locations can be located in front of the warden's office. The seventh location is going to be located upstairs in front of the gondola. The eighth location is going to be located inside the infirmary to the left. The ninth location is going to be located behind where OG Jug was, right here against the chain link fence. The 10th location is going to be located in the second power switch room. The 11th location is going to be located in front of the Tommy gun wall by inside the chain link fence right here. The 12th location is going to be located at the top of the spiral staircase. Now, to start this challenge, you're going to get a kill inside the OG spawn. A ghost is going to spawn in. You're going to shock it. And as soon as you shock it, you're just going to continuously shock it with your key until it goes invisible. Once it goes invisible again, you're going to shock it again and then continue charging it up with your key. Eventually, you're going to do this 4 times only when you're playing solo. If you're playing with more than one player, it's going to take more shield blasts than just 4. Now, once you charge him up enough, he'll become visible and he'll be completely red. A tip that I could give you to help you out during this step is using Undead Man Walking and also using the soul boxes to your advantage as well to get your shield charged back up instantly. As soon as he turns completely red, you're going to quickly run back to the new Industries building and you're going to sit here in front of this trap. As soon as he comes towards the trap through the doorway, you're going to activate the trap and what's going to happen is he's going to get killed off. As soon as he gets killed off, an orb will drop on the ground. You're going to pick up that orb. Now you're going to get a new code. You're going to punch in that code and now we're going to do the Michigan Avenue challenge. Now to start this challenge, you're going to go inside the cafeteria. You're going to get a kill inside the cafeteria. You're gonna find this ghost right here. You're gonna shock it, and then you're gonna follow it from the cafeteria all the way to the portal that you just spawned in at Michigan Avenue in front of the warden's office. Now, this one's the easiest challenge out of all of them. You're just gonna pull out the Blunder Gat, and you're just gonna follow him, and you're just gonna protect him the entire way, preventing the zombies from killing him. The only thing you gotta be careful about and make sure that you don't do is if you're using the katana, be careful. Do not melee him because you can damage him with the katana. But as soon as he reaches the portal, he'll drop an orb for you, and go ahead and pick that up. Now, as soon as you pick up that last orb, you're gonna go back to spawn and you're gonna place all the orbs that you picked up earlier inside the map. Then you're gonna leave spawn and you're gonna buy the Mog shotgun off the wall right here, and then you're gonna go pack a punch it for the boss fight. Once you're ready for the boss fight, go upstairs in the warden's house, go up to the warden's body, place the summoning key inside his body, wait till your character's quote is done, and then walk up to the body with all players, and then your soul's gonna get sucked, and then a cutscene's gonna start playing. Then the warden's gonna lock you inside of a cell, and then the bird's gonna break you free. Once the bird does that, you're gonna take a right, and then you're gonna pick up your items off the ground right here, and then you're gonna follow the bird down through the library, down through the hallway, take a right, and then he's gonna take out the warden. As he takes out the warden and you go follow the bird through the catwalks, you must fill up your shield as you're going and taking out the dogs. And then once you stop at the new spawn, a bunch of ghosts are going to take the warden, and then he's going to drop an orb. You're going to pick up that orb, you're going to place it inside the map, and once you place it inside the map, to your right, a door is going to open. You're going to go up the stairs, and then each player is going to stand on one of the lights, and then you're going to interact with the door, and then you're going to be put into the boss fight. Once here, it's very simple. All you're going to do is take out the wave of the zombies that spawn in. Eventually, once you take out enough wardens and zombies and dogs, a big warden's going to spawn in on one of these platforms. You're going to go inside the red circle and you're going to shoot the red orbs that are floating right beside him, and then you're going to shock the white orb on top of the machine, and then you're going to rinse and repeat by taking out the zombies, the wardens, and the dogs, and then eventually that big warden will spawn in once again, shoot the orbs inside the circle, and then once you do that, you're going to shock the orb above the machine as soon as you take damage from the gas. Now, what's going to happen if you're playing as Richtofen, you're going to enter the machine. If you're not playing as Richtofen, and then a Richtofen's bot will spawn in for you, and then he'll go inside the machine, and then you're going to wait a couple of seconds, and if you are Richtofen, you're going to spawn back into the map, and then you're going to go up the stairs and go to the door that you just came in from the boss fight. And then if you're not playing as Richtofen, then the bot will eventually come through that door for you. And as soon as you go through that door as Richtofen or the bot comes through, a big warden will spawn in, take out the big warden, and then you are done with the boss fight. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for whoever did watch this Easter egg guide all the way through. You are a freaking legend, and I greatly appreciate your support. I know it was really long, but I like to be very detailed when I make my Easter egg guides, and hopefully this guide was detailed enough where you were able to beat it for the first attempt. That is my main goal when I make my guides, is make sure that you're able to complete it for your first attempt and you don't have to redo it over and over and over again. And also, before you head on out, please don't forget to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out any of my other Easter egg guides that I make. And other than that, I love y'all. You have a wonderful day, and I appreciate the support again. Thank you.